Weston Favell, Northampton, to Daventry via the Scenic route. Leaving my home in Booth Lane, I make my way firstly to Boothville. In the Second World War, Lancaster bombers were repaired in the hangars that are situated just behind where the bus went. There are a few shops in this area, but the post office recently closed due to government cuts. The Lumbertubs pub was a fully working farm up to the 1950s. Our journey now takes us on to Boughton, a village that is situated right on the outskirts of Northampton. A very attractive village with some very large properties. The church is situated right on the roadside. This must cause some problems with weddings and funerals, etc. The White Melville pub is a very popular venue. Crossing the Northampton to Market Harbour Road, we get a view of Smith's Farm and Harleston Firs in the background. This shop is very popular because it sells a lot of home-produced products. Moving a few yards down the road, we come to the Windhover public house. Although this gives the impression of being an oldie-worldy pub, it was only built from scratch a few years ago. This is where the Northampton to Leicester railway line used to run, and the old Brampton station has been converted into a home. The Brampton Valley Way follows the old line, and you can cycle all the way to Market Harbour. We cross over one of the branches of the River Nen and head onwards to Church Brampton, another village that has some very large properties. But you cannot call this village quiet because it is used as a cut-through for traffic. Planners talk about a northern bypass, and until that day comes, the traffic problems will remain. A very attractive church situated at the very edge of the village, overlooking some of Northamptonshire's lovely countryside. Moving onwards, we bypass Harleston and join the Rugby Road. We pass by the main gates of Althorpe Estate. This estate became famous due to its association with Diana, Princess of Wales, who is buried in the grounds. The whole estate is surrounded by a sandstone wall. The next village we come to is Great Brinkton, which is situated high on a hill overlooking some beautiful countryside. The Church of St Mary the Virgin is well worth a visit due to its connections with the Spencer family. The road through the village consists mainly of thatched cottages. The post office had worldwide media attention at the time of the Princess of Wales's death. Moving onwards, we come to the sister village, Little Brinkton. This is another attractive village. The church is derelict and only the tower and the spire survive. We now join what is commonly known as the back road to Daventry. This road follows a high ridge and it overlooks some of the wonderful countryside in this part of the county. From this vantage point, one can see the last remaining mast of the Daventry wireless station. Another set of masts that could also be seen from this point was the Rugby wireless station. These too have been demolished. An unusual feature of Wilton Locks is that you can see 4 of the major transport systems within a few hundred yards. Firstly, we have the very busy M1 motorway. Then a few yards down the road we come to the humpback bridge that crosses the Grand Union Canal. Life at a much steadier pace. A pleasant walk can also be taken along the towpath. The West Coast Main Line also crosses this point, with trains thundering past at regular intervals. And finally we cross the A5, Watling Street, and move onwards to Norton, the next village on our journey. Norton is the last village we pass through on our way to Daventry. An average type of village with a church and a pub, but not much else. The last stage of our journey to Daventry takes us over Borough Hill, where the radio masts used to be situated. Daventry is an attractive market town, which is rapidly expanding. Firstly, with the Birmingham overspill, and now with numerous new homes being built in the surrounding areas. The streets still retain their character, with a few new shopping developments, which contain some of the major brands. Tesco's and Waitrose are the major supermarkets in the area. Daventry Council always put in an effort each summer to put attractive floral displays throughout the streets. Markets are held on a few days each week in this street. One thing I do like about Daventry is they still retain free car parking, a thing that is disappearing in most towns. Well, that's the journey's end. Goodbye, folks.